Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, B-Fan Podcast, and welcome to another episode. And as always, thank you for giving me your time. Today, I'm just doing this episode while I clean up my room, clean up my house, clean up my space. Because I feel like one of the most important things you can have as a person that is controllable is how clean your space is. And the more you clean your space and the more it's organized and in place, the more you can think. The better it is to think, the clearer you can think, the more the more you know what you need to do, if that makes sense. And I hope I'm not just speaking a bunch of gibberish when I say that, but I don't know. Sometimes when I find that my head is cluttered and that nothing is going my way and I'm losing the sense of direction, I just don't know what way to step in. I look around me to see what can be cleaned up, what can be organized, and what can I do to get something that's external in order so my internal can feel like it's in order. How can I how can I help my external world look how I want my internal world to look like? So I'm doing this now because I want to feel complete in some sort of way. I've been walking around lately. I've been feeling good. I ain't been feeling bad, but it's like I know I can be doing better and I know I can be doing more with my time. Not just sitting down doing one or two tasks a day and calling it a day. I want to do just a little bit more. Just give a little bit more effort to be where I want to be in life. I got a lot of places I want to go, especially coming up in the new year. And I got a lot of things I want to do, especially coming up in the new year. And then the only way I can do any of that is by first taking care of myself and taking care of my space. You know what I'm saying? If everything around me is messy, everything in me gonna feel messy. I can't do all this shit or talk all this shit about who I want to be and what I want to be and how I want to live and the wealth I want to receive if I can't take care of what I have now. If I can't take care of what I have right now, how can I expect to take care of what I want in the future? That wouldn't make no sense. Ooh, vintage watches. But it wouldn't make any sense to say I want this, this, and that. And I'm not even doing this, this, and that with what I got. So look around you. Ask yourself, what can I be doing better with my space? How can I tailor my space to look like what I want to be like in the future? How can you start implementing habits that you want to see in the new year right now? What can you be doing right now that'll help prepare and boost you for the new year? What habits do you want for the new year? You got to start them now. And actually, I'm dropping this episode a little bit late. I'm talking about this a little bit late. Excuse me, it was supposed to have been started. If you want any chance of implementing any new habits in the new year, you got to start right now. And right now, it's too late. And you should have started a couple weeks ago, but for the sake of time, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad or guilty or rush into anything, but everything don't just change on the first day of the year. You know what I'm saying? Whatever day of the year it is, that's that day of the week. Not everything gonna change. Your whole life don't change. Even though we go up a year, nothing really is changed. So don't expect something and be disappointed when you don't get it. You gotta be able to be like, okay, this is what I want to do. And you gotta start working at it now so it follows you into the new year. You don't just wake up and everything is different. You gotta actually put in the work to see the difference. You know what I mean? You gotta put it in front of yourself. You gotta make yourself believe. And once you start believing, everything start to work out. You know what I'm saying? So figure out what you want to do for the new year. Figure out who you want to be in the new year. Put it in the Pinterest board. Make a TikTok about it. Make a vision board. Visualize it. Be able to visualize it. See it, see it, see it, see it, see it. And once you see it, I want you to be able to visualize and see it so vividly that it start to pop up in your dreams. That you can't sleep without thinking about what it is that you want. You can't eat without thinking about what it is that you want. You can't breathe without thinking about what it is that you want. You gotta live the dream. You gotta live it. You gotta become it. You gotta embody it. You gotta do all in your power to spark this shift. Because anytime we get something new in our life, it's a shift. Anytime we experience anything out of the ordinary, it's a shift. And shifts come with change. And change comes with letting things go. You know, a lot of us have a hard time cleaning and getting rid of stuff because we have a hard time of letting things go. And not loitering. Loitering is me just standing. Hoarding. Hoarding is a byproduct of attachment and attachment to old things. And there's really something wrong with you, in that case, psychologically. I often find myself hoarding too, but I'm starting to recognize it. And the more that I recognize it, I can step out of it and start to get rid of stuff that I just don't need. And the way you can bring to mind what it is that you don't really need, just think about shit that you haven't used in a long time. And then when you think about it, go find it, look at it, and be like, was my life any different because I wasn't using this? And if your life was no different without you using whatever it is that you just saw or deemed was unimportant, get rid of it. Throw it away. Out of sight, out of mind. Like, dude, you don't need all that shit that you have, bro. You don't need 50 of the same whatever. You don't need 200 of the same whatever. Surplus is not always the best. Learning how to live a minimalist lifestyle and live with the basic needs and then have your essentials. Now, everybody's essentials is the same, but your essentials that's essential to you in your life, do that. Enjoy having less. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you get, the more you'll want. And the more you have, it'll be hard to keep up with all of that. Out with the old, in with the new. We're always changing as human beings. We are constantly in a state. Oh, a Gucci belt. What the hell? See, look, shit like that. That's why I gotta clean up. But we're always in a state of change. We're always in a state of constant change. Your body changes every day. You're not even the same person you was 1 minute ago, biologically. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. Your cells regenerate every day. And I'm pretty sure it's gotten to a point where every single cell has regenerated in your body. Think about it like this. One thing I always like to think about that fuck with my head is, what do we deem as change? So, say you got a boat, right? If you take one plank off the boat, or one plank breaks off during a storm, and you replace the plank, is it the same boat? Now, a lot of people will say, yeah, it's the same boat. You only changed one thing. Aha. You changed something. You know what I'm saying? Something was changed. So how do you see change? Now, think about it like this. Eventually, all these planks end up breaking off here and there, and you end up replacing each and every single plank. Is it a new boat, or is it the same boat? That's some shit to think about, ain't it? It's crazy how it works. But the way I see it is, we always in constant change. And we just gotta, once we recognize that, it should be easier to let stuff go. And then once we able to let stuff go, it's so much easier to let stuff in. We able to figure out what it is that we want. We able to figure out what it is that we need. We able to figure out who we want to be. But a lot of us aren't going to find that person that we want to be because we're too afraid to change. We're too afraid of the unknown. We got to fall in love with the unknown. Fall out of love with certainty. Stop trying to be certain about everything. The more you try to be certain about things in your life, the more you are going to struggle to see the change in your life, because you're going to progress so slow because you're making every single move that you're certain about. You're never taking a risk. Once risks leave your mind, because they never leave the physical world. Once taking a risk leaves your mind and you're just like, I'm never going to take another risk, that's when you lose. Because a life coach named Jim Rohn, he say, everything is risky. Waking up is risky. Trying is risky. Not trying is risky. Walking outside is risky. Everything is risky. So there's no such thing as not taking a risk. The only thing it's a such thing as is the multitude of the risk that you are taking. It's either a big risk, little risk, medium risk, whatever. It's still a risk. Because we play with life every day. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity for us to die every day. And I know that sounds like super depressing and like, damn, why you just say that? But it's real talk. It's a chance that we could die every single day. We just don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't know when our time gonna come, but it didn't come today. It didn't come yesterday because you woke up and you listening to this podcast. So, obviously you ain't died yet. But don't think of death as something you should be afraid of. Think of death as a reward at the end of the day. Because it's like, at that point, you don't got shit to worry about ever. Ever again. And yeah, damn, that is crazy to think about. But it's also rewarding to think about. I feel like it's liberating. No more stress, no more anxiety, no more worries. Shit, I'm cooling. While I'm here, I'm going to do whatever I can. But, yeah, it's just, you got to do what you got to do to make sure you progressing at a good speed. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? Who do you want to be at the end of this year? Who did you become by the end of this year? What did you do this year that you accomplished that was so amazing that you feel like you changed as a person? How did you change as a person? If you listening to this and you feel like you're the same person you was last year and you actually did some thinking about it and you look back and was like, damn, I actually am the same person that I was last year. Hey, just pray you get one more year to change shit, because that's I'm not endorsing that. I can't get behind that. I can't sponsor that. You never want to be the same person you was a year ago. And I know I just said everybody changed, but change only comes if you recognize it. And if you dead ass did nothing to be in a new or better position than you were a year ago today, in a way, you didn't change at all. And it's not good, man. But it's not my life, it's yours. So you ask yourself, am I satisfied with how I lived my year? Am I satisfied with how my year went this past year? Am I satisfied with that? Am I okay with how this year went? Am I okay with what I did and the time that I either wasted or utilized? Am I okay with that? Do you accept it? And if you don't accept it, it's time for you to do some soul searching and get to change this shit around. Get to asking yourself, damn, what is it that I need to do? Damn, what is it that I want? What do you want? What do you need? It's differences. You got necessities and you got wants. You know what I'm saying? Necessities is shit that you gotta have. Shit that you feel like you can't live without. Shit that's necessary. A want, that's like something that you would like to have, but you won't die if you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? And then get on that shit, bruh. Put pictures of it all around your house. Put pictures of it all around your room. Wake up, look at it, visualize it. Imagine the feeling of you having what it is that you want. And once you can do that, I know I'm repeating myself, it'll come to life. But you first gotta believe that it can come to life. You gotta live in the mindset that, you know what? Everything is good. Everything is great. I got everything I want. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna come to you. It's gonna flow right to you. Because you open the door to let it in. All you gotta do is open the door. Nothing will ever be denied to you as long as you ask for what you want. The universe has no reason to tell you no. The only reason you know what? It's not even going to tell you no. It's going to tell you, hold off right now. You ain't ready yet. But anything that you want in life, dude, you can have it. Like literally anything. Nothing is impossible, bruh. If you wanted to fly, life would seek a way for you to fly. Not sure if you'll grow wings, but shit, you might become a pilot. You know what I'm saying? The dream is still being fulfilled in one way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be specific with what you want, or it's going to give you what you asked for. I hope that makes sense. You got to be specific with what you want, or it's going to give you what you asked for. Damn, how can I put that in an example? Okay, think about it like this. You want some money. Say you wish that you had more money. The universe is going to say, okay, he wants more money. He has $10. I'm going to give him $11. That's one more dollar than what he had. But in a sense, it's more money. I know it seems petty, but the universe is tailored to give you whatever you ask for. So you got to be specific in what you ask for, or you're going to get what you want. You know what I mean? So instead of saying you want more money, get more specific. Say, I want $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And then you can get even more specific than that. I want $1 million within the next 6 months. It seems crazy, but it's doable. Only if you're willing to ask for it and put in the work that'll follow. You got to be able to accept the challenges that come with getting $1 million in 6 months. It's not impossible. I know people have done it. Somebody probably hit $1 million in 6 months today. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. You just got to be willing to do the work and accept the challenges that come with wanting $1 million in 6 months. Now, I'm not saying you can ask the universe and it'll just give it to you. It's going to come with some bullshit. It's going to come with some challenges. And you're going to feel stressed, and it's going to take you there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take you all the way there. It's going to take you to the edge. It's going to take you to the point where you like, damn, do I even want this shit anymore? And once you get to that point, it's up to you to say yes or no. Because the universe going to ask you, do you want this shit, yes or no? And you're going to have to say yes or no. And once you answer that question, it's going to let you continue with your journey. But you just got to be willing to accept the challenge. I don't need that hat. Throw that shit away. You got to be willing to accept the challenge. Because once it's accepted, nigga, you win. You know what I mean? So watch what you ask for as well. Don't ask for $1 million if you know you're going to fuck it up. Ask for something that you know you ain't going to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And then don't go for $1 million, or I know I'm using $1 million a lot, but that's easy to visualize. Don't go for a big ass goal if you're not even in the mindset to take care of that goal, or to take care of the reward that you receive once you complete that goal. Don't be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask for something and then what's this? Keto. I can't read that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't throw this away. But yeah, don't be all like, I don't want this. You're not even in that mindset. You can't say you want to be the hardest worker and turn around and be lazy. You can't say you want to be the best at something and then go to sleep late and wake up late and wake up this and wake up that. You can't do that. No. You got to say, I want to be the hardest worker and get up and work the hardest. You got to follow through on what you promised yourself. But you just got to know what you want, and you got to be specific about it. So, I hope I'm not going in a bunch of circles, and I hope I'm making sense, but, dude, what do you want for the year of 2024? Who do you want to be by the end of next year? What do you want to become? Who are you going to become? And I'm not saying you got to achieve everything that you set your mind to for the year, but have you a list of goals and a list of accomplishments that you want to achieve, right? And pick out like your top 3 to 5 that you want to achieve this year and go for it. And everything that you achieve after that 3 to 5, that's bonus work. You know what I'm saying? That's the bonus. That's something even more to be happy about. And if you get to the end of the year and you didn't achieve your 3 to 5, don't beat yourself up. Because if you blessed and you lucky enough, you get another 365 to work at it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can restart the next year. But have something that you chasing for and that you striving for, so you got a sense of direction. And once you got that sense of direction, boy, hey, life feel different. Life run different. Your whole life will run for you. You won't feel anxious. You won't feel depressed. Well, you might get some times where you feel anxious and depressed, but you can shake back easier because you know where you're going. You know where you're headed, and it's easy to be like, you know what? I'm supposed to be going this way. Let me get back to what I was supposed to be doing. Instead of it being, oh, I have no sense of direction. I have no purpose. I don't know where I'm going in life. That's when you spin out of control, and that's when niggas just never see the light of day again in terms of seeing good things happening to them in life. That's when niggas start to feel depressed and oh, it's over, or I'm never going to achieve anything. That's when those thoughts start to seep in. When people feel like they have no sense of direction, they have no purpose. Build your own sense of direction, listen to yourself, and then follow through. Oh, I need to take this to school. This Google Mini, NASA Mini, that's tough. I'm slacking. But, yeah, man. Who you gonna be? What you gonna be? When you gonna start? How you gonna get started? These are questions you need to be asking yourself. These are questions you need to be answering for yourself. You gotta get to it. And it's not just one of those hope core motivational shits that y'all be seeing on TikTok, bro. This real deal. This the real talk. I want you to turn this shit off and go get to it. Get to writing shit down. Don't be like that's real. Don't hype it up and then don't do nothing with it, bro. I want to see you get better. I want you to see you get better. I want everybody to see you get better. I want to see everybody get better. Because if those around me aren't succeeding and getting better, then I'm not doing a good job in my job. You know what I'm saying? Let's all put in the work. We all got to do something, man. Thank you for listening, dog. I love you.